exams and answer keys in Access.
Okay.
And I wish I brought it, but, well, you have it. In this format is what I'd like to be able to source from what Renee has in Access, to print out something like this that we can give the students. And in that format, because I usually bring cards that they can use to cover up this part of the page.
Okay.
So they do the question, they don't look at the answer.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know if you're how familiar you are with Access. There are 4 sections usually. There's the tables, which is the raw data, the queries, which is feeds the reports, and then the forms itself, where you enter the data, and the actual reports. So what I would like to start is these questions. Usually this question bank, I will be filling them in. When Leslie sends me the PDF, I copy paste all the questions. There's a way I can do it, not copy paste each one, but still there's a lot of copy pasting, but
When you say bulk download, what did you mean by bulk download?
but what I do, I put them in Excel,
Yes,
like Barb had it, and then I can copy Excel all into.
oh, into Access.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but see where it says source, that's what is different in each
Yes,
one.
yes.
So you have to standardize them.
Mhm,
I mean, there's another way to do it instead of the form,
mhm.
which I'll show you, is going directly to a table. So, if I'm on the tables here, I have this table called questions bank. And that's where all the questions are in the raw format. So if I double click,
There they are.
yeah. So let's make this a little bit narrower so all of them fit. And there was one that was throwing me out of sequence. There was only one in 2016 that had 2 answers.
Oh, you know when they do that?
There was only one in the whole.
It was a mistake.
Did they give a credit to all? Because I was going to say, anytime they say credit to all, let's just discard that question.
Oh, it said A and C or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so what they had to do is they had to give everybody who got got A, got a point. Everybody who got C, got a point. So A or C, and that's, the way it was set up was not correct.
Oh,
So that's a
so
problem.
see that credit given, those questions can be deleted from the exam because they were poorly written questions
okay.
that there was like no right answer, so they gave credit to all.
Oh, but they show correct answer was E.
Yes,
So in the exam, I don't know that. I just flag as E being correct.
yeah,
Uh,
but anyway,
so let me see if I have more columns in here. Yeah, so the last column doesn't really matter. So you can, they're sorted in the order I enter them right now by default. And of course you can see the exam and the question of the exam that match physical copy. In the source, you can do filters in the table. See on the top where it says filter?
yes,
So if you click on that, now if you, oops, here, source. You can say contains, I don't know, whatever, the one you were looking for.
Well, the first one was 11, right?
111.
111.
So if I just put 111 like that, there are all the ones that contain 111.
However, then you have your 19 CFR 111 point blah, 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 and those don't appear on here.
Well,
So that was something I was thinking that I wouldn't mind going in and or would it be easier for you to do like a block change that anytime it says 19 CFR 111 something, that the 19 CFR would be removed?
well, I can do that, but like, all you care is the chapter, you don't care about the subsection?
No, we do care about the subsection.
Okay. So when you said remove the 19 C, I remove the word CFR.
Uh-huh.
I did that. But you want me to remove 19 also?
No. See, 19 CFR, it's volume 19 of the Code of Federal Regulations, section 111.19 in that second line there. Many of the questions are preceded by 19 CFR and then the section of the regulations.
Oh, I think I remove anything that has CFR. Let me see.
I saw some in there, lots of them.
Go down to 19.
Well, we
So
can just,
when you source,
Just clear the filter and.
yeah,
we can just put CFR.
no, well, okay.
There you go.
19 CFR.
Yeah, see, if you could get rid of the 19 CFR portion of that and just keep the 111 point whatever.
Yeah, it's only 11 of those.
Well, that's in 1 year's worth of exams.
No, that's all the ones that the database have.
Uh-uh.
No, so,
This database goes back to the 1990s,
well, I know, but I remember removing them
okay?
in the first batch, but then I added 2015.
Okay,
I didn't remember to remove it from the 2015.
okay,
So any other year, I already removed that part because I remember you told me about it.
okay.
So that's easy. Just the 2015s are the ones that have it. I just forgot
Yeah.
to do that
okay.
one. So,
Are you making notes of things you have to do?
oh, I can do that here. I mean,
No, you don't need to do it right now, but just so that you remember to do it later.
it's only 11 of them. So I can just do them like this when you want to change something. Yeah, I remember when they import the other ones. And this one, I don't know what it says. Let's see.
They have the 111s are over in the answers. Yeah.
Alright, okay, now they're done.
Cool, thank you.
So if I say contains that CFR, they're all done.
For the 2015 exams or for the whole
For the whole thing.
database? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a CFR 142,
Where? Oh,
CFR 141, 19
Wait a minute,
CFR
anyways.
132.
I think if you do,
you didn't save them. Huh.
Like
if
a
you
block.
do, yeah, if you do find and then replace, you just type CFR and then you leave the second space blank, it'll take.
Well, I want to remove whatever's preceding. Well, there were more.
Let's not worry about it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, so,
It's a project, but
yeah, it's only 2015s that I forgot to do that. I can do that easy. Alright, so, but anyways, what I was trying to show you is you can do this filter here. I probably had a squeeze. I don't know what I did. Or clear the
So-
filter.
are we, the question bank, is that all exam questions forever?
Yes. Everything I input, I put it into question bank.
Okay,
And then,
so when you scroll down, there will be more than the year 2015.
Yeah, there, if you notice, there are 2,300 questions.
Yes, I did notice that.
So,
And did you put the exam date next to each of the ones?
That's fine. April
No, I'm just-
2000
no, I'm just-
oh,
I'm
I'm
just-
sorry.
yeah, before that, I put a date like that.
Okay. Okay.
It looks like, I don't know why I
I
entered.
think Barb did that. I don't think that was you, actually.
Yeah, this one, she had it in Excel, so I just copied them.
Right.
And, I put 2015 here, I mean, I put as text,
Yeah, that's
unless you
fine.
wanted to sort it like this.
I'd
So
say whatever is easiest,
to sort,
it's,
it will be easier with a date rather than a text. So I can change all the Octobers to 10 or 115. I can do it at the same time as I remove the CFRs.
Okay, that's good. All
that
right.
would be great.
Yeah.
And my note taker is my camera.
Perfect.
Yeah, so, but anyways, so if you wanna clean anything, just filter through the top down arrow and in the column, these are the questions, this is the raw data. And those ones you wanna delete, then you have to highlight them and delete them. So you click on the left in the row. So if I want to delete that one, then just delete. There's no undo. So if you accidentally delete it,
It's on.
it's gone. So
Up at
it's,
the top, you don't have the undo?
in the databases,
No.
when you have the raw data at the table, I don't think, I mean, we can delete it and see.
No,
what's
it's
about.
okay. I mean, it's all right.
So, this is easier than going through here and go one by one.
Well, that's what you've been doing lately, right? Leslie, that's how you went in, was one by one?
No, I used my old printouts and
Okay.
cut and paste. That's why I needed modern questions, because it's been many years since Barb put that in. And I've never been able to, you know, I've made copies of old exams, and I've had to, you know, cut and paste those, because
Okay. All right, so let's go into the actual process now to create a
Practice
test.
test.
A
Okay,
practice
so-
test of 8 questions, and what would you like first? The 111?
yeah, why not, so that Jonathan can see.
Okay.
All right, so in the form section, and there's a test master, and see there are two set of VCR keys, whatever you call them, navigation. So right now I only have two, the April and the October. That's the only one I created in these ones, but you can create more. So this one, the one at the bottom, corresponds to the exam. This one, the inner one, corresponds to the questions inside this exam. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, let's,
So in effect, the one on the inside is a subset of the one at the bottom.
yes. So, if I want to make a new one, a new test, I will go at the bottom one and see that button with the star. It says new blank record.
Now, where?
All right, let's go back. So, it's
So you
not-
have to open up the test master first, and then you go to the bottom parameters.
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
so
I got
make
it. I
one,
see it now. Okay.
and then whatever date is today. And then,
does the key, is it automatically generated, so every time we run a practice exam, it's going to get a new number, or can we give it a number,
no, it's just,
auto-generated?
yeah.
Okay,
But let's make this one, so which section or what do you wanna call this test?
Section 111.
Okay. Section 111. And I must save it first before I can add questions.
Oh, I didn't remember that part.
So now if you notice, if I navigate at the bottom, now it says 3 of 3. If I go back, still it shows 3.
So there's, but that says number 6 at the top.
Oh, that's just the auto-generated.
So we can start at number 1, right?
Well, I probably
You
created
did
a
some
few.
practice ones, I think.
Yeah, and deleted them. It doesn't matter, that doesn't print anywhere.
Okay.
That is just,
That doesn't mean anything.
no, that's just for the computer to tie. What it does is ties that number to this
Okay.
in the back end.
So if we wanted, after we create this report, if we went to key 6, this report would still be there?
Well, let me show you.
Okay.
So, I have to select, these are all the questions. And they are sorted by the text. So, here are the 111s. So, notice the first one, the first number, you don't have to pay attention to that, but that's the question number that was automatically assigned to it in that big test bank. So I sorted them by what on the section, on the text where it says source. So that's what I sorted by and put it in square brackets. And then the text of the question.
So if you wanted 111 and you didn't want any other number, you would just start at the 2509 and then go down and pick up all the 111s.
Well, they're not necessarily in that order because there were maybe the question 10 to 15 of the 2001 were 111 and then added the rest of the questions, and then 2002 came, added more questions, and then they're not in sequence in that way. They were added in the order the exams came.
Yeah, I got that. I understand what you're saying, but what you didn't understand what I was saying. I was asking is if that, if you start at, and I just use that number because it's the first number that
Oh.
you pick up there. So if you go 111 and it has no other numbers in it, you could go down at all the 111s and pick them up until you got to the 111.1, which would be a next.
We want those too.
Okay, but I'm just,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't select multiple, I mean, access is limited. I can't,
So one by one, we have to go in and pull the questions.
I mean, I can do it by year, by exam
We don't
date.
want year, that means nothing.
Okay. If you want,
can't you highlight 6 of them and put it into a test?
well, you have to add them by one by one. I'm
Why
trying
don't you
to,
add a couple? Add like 8 of them, and let's see how you do it, and then we'll work with that.
because I'm thinking what will be a quicker way to do them.
Okay, well, let's just do it the way you got it set it up, and then we
Okay.
can worry about the quicker way.
So let's do the 1.1. Now it shows up here, see?
Okay,
And then you can go to the next one. So now I got almost all the 1.1.
Well, we need 111.10, .96, yeah, 11 point, yeah, all those.
So, all right, let me see if I can make it multiple. All right, I added, how many so far? 10. Those are the 10 questions. I mean, if you want to get rid of one, you have to highlight it and then delete it from here.
Mhm.
Now that you have all the questions added, if you tell me, I mean, I can bulk add tests. If you tell me, make a test that has all 111.1 or just 111, probably the test will be,
How about something that begins 111 and then dot anything after it? Or 19 CFR 111 dot anything after it?
yeah, I can make a bulk test for that,
Okay,
although that test will be quite long.
How
yeah.
many questions will be in it?
Oh no, let's see. So if I go to the question bank and I filter 111, there will be how many? 179.
And how about adding to that the 19 CFR 111s?
Just do 19.
19 CFR 111s.
Well, that included those. Because I did contain 111.
Okay,
So it doesn't matter where in the text is found.
okay.
So there's 179 questions of just that section.
Okay.
So is that gonna be too many questions, or?
Nope, that's what we're looking for, so we can pick amongst those and we can look and filter because it gives us the opportunity. Okay, look, so let's say Jonathan was teaching 111.29, he has two options of questions there. So he can teach on one and then test him on the next one, you know, when he's up in front of the class.
And
There's
that-
another one here.
Yeah, and there's the one down below.
Yeah,
So it's not filtering in numerical order on the second portion
I don't-
after the 111?
yeah, I don't think it does.
Well, you can
I think you can
sort
sort
it.
A to Z. and it'll do it.
Oh, does it?
At
Okay.
least in Excel you can do
You
that.
can sort them. Well,
How?
Was there an A to Z on that other one? Sort filter? I know it's blanked out there, but I thought you had another one.
let's see. Supposedly I can filter. Alright, so let's clear the
It might be
filter.
to see the whole row highlighted.
Oh, okay.
What if you unhighlight the row and try it?
Just on root source?
Or yeah, or the column, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know why this computer is not. Does it have the read only turned on? I will say read only on top, huh? I don't know why it's not filtering.
Or under text filter, is it under text filters?
No, that's to remove. But doesn't mean sort. Let's see if it sorts another one. No, these sorts are. It's very peculiar. Huh.
Well, let's go back to the,
Alright, over here, the test master. So once I have all the questions added.
which is a manual process, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you said I can make all the section 111 and add them all at once, but you said you want to filter those even further.
If you can, that would be great. Not critical, but great.
So if you did the 111 point, then the next sort, you'd almost have to go to another column.
Well, the thing is,
Oh, no, it should be able to sort it.
yeah, the thing is, like, for instance, like you were doing all 111.2,
Well, he happened to just pull
like it's
the
here.
first top batch of them, yeah.
But sometimes the one you're looking for is not the first, because it
Right.
has the comma or and or whatever.
Yeah.
So those are hard to filter.
Well, it was filtered. When you look at the database that you took those from, if you go down further, you get beyond. And so if you're going through, we would just pick them in that order, I would think.
Over here,
Yeah. So see how 111.19, so those are filtered. It's just we hadn't gotten down there. So it hopefully would print them in that order.
well, sometimes the problem is because they are from text,
Yeah,
like here, that one.
yeah.
Because it started at 1.28 and 19 was at the end.
Like, I think if it goes 111 point and then the next first digit is a 1, it sorts all those. And then it would go to 111.2, and then it would go 11.24.
Yeah, but for instance, this one,
So 19 would appear before .2.
but I mean, I took that from whatever this text says
Right.
before.
I think that's just the way it works.
So it was, this is, somebody typed this manually there
Yes.
and just put the 19 at the end.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. And the sorting on the left, like the first number that appears, they're not going to be in exact order because it will recognize a 111.19 before it will recognize 111.2
Yes,
because it's a text filter.
yes,
That's not so bad.
okay.
So,
So once I have,
I have a question for you though. Why is it showing question number 4217 when our total looked like 23 something?
oh, because I added the first batch, then I added another one, and maybe I duplicated, I deleted it, and then when I added the next exam, it left the gap. So those, don't worry about the question number, I mean, I can
Okay.
yeah,
re-enumerator, but
we don't mind.
I was just curious.
yeah, it's, something happened, when I imported them wrong, so I had to delete them and re-import them again, so I continue with the next number.
Okay.
Okay, so we have selected, say, 10 of them there, 11 or however many. Where do we go from there?
Now, you can generate a key. So now, this is, there's a, when I did this, I didn't think, or I didn't know, you were gonna show the questions. So this generate key was the idea of, I have an exam, I can make 2, 3 keys, and everybody has different exams.
Ah,
And it was printed at the top what key number was.
okay,
So you only have to do this once,
yeah.
and
So now, this is key 7 that has 10 or 11 of the section 111 questions on it.
yes,
If later we decided, hey, I'd like to reprint for my next class, I want that key 7 again. So you
Yeah.
would just put in 7 and it would have saved the same things, correct? Or can we add to it?
you wanna, if you add,
Does it generate a new key when you add?
no,
Okay,
Does it duplicate what was already there?
no, it will be just key 8. So key 7 will have 10 questions and key 8 will have 15. And because you created a key with the questions you had right now,
yeah,
Right?
and then you add more questions, the keys don't get updated.
they don't, okay, so answer to that is no.
So now, see in the section where it says reports, Again, the first one, it says test key is because I thought you didn't want the answers to show. But there's one with the answers, and that's the one that you gave me the format.
Mhm.
So that's the wrong key. Where do I get correct key?
Did you say the other key?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I had to refresh it after I saved it. Then these buttons show up. Oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. That one, right? So now I select the key, the one that had 7.
Excuse me for a second.
Yeah.
Did you refresh it when you were in the forms, or did you refresh it when you were in the report test key
No,
with
the
answer?
forms.
Okay.
Yes, just, it was saying the form. I apologize, I haven't looked at it in a while, so I
That's okay.
couldn't remember how to use it. So, when I refresh here in the form, now, actually, I can't add more. That button disappears, so this doesn't change. And now I can print the answer keys. And if you look at the drop down where it says available keys, right now we only made one, which is that one. Key 7. And then I can print this,
So that's called an answer key. Okay.
yeah, so that's the 11 questions we just added.
So you went into reports, you entered the key number that you
Actually,
wanted.
you don't go through reports. You do it through here, in the same form you were. Once I did the test, I refreshed this, and then I went to the section 111, and then I picked the key, and then I got the option. I had to use these buttons to print. Because if you go through the reports, it's just gonna print the last one that you created. So
That's
use
what?
the last key you printed.
Okay.
So, but if you use this one, then it will use whatever exam number, which is actually number 3, and this one has section 7. So the other 2 exams probably have more than one key. That's why they show up number 7 there.
So can you print from, or show, now that you have available key, can you print the answer key so we can see what that looks like?
Yeah. So if I press this button, that's what calls the report.
And that says key 67 at the top.
Yeah, that's for me, more like anything.
Okay?
No, because that's, the test is 6 with the answer key 7.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, that's big. Well, I have to print it. There we go.
So that's what it's gonna look like.
That's what you sent to the printer.
Okay, so now we want to print this. Is it just file print?
Yeah. I think you can just print over there in the upper left.
Yeah,
Mhm.
business as
Print.
usual.
Yeah.
That's a regular micro,
It's Office,
Yeah.
yeah.
office
I mean,
function.
there's another one that doesn't have the answers, if you don't care to see those.
That was gonna be my question, is there a way to print that test, not give them the answer, but give them a separate answer key to it?
I don't have that, but I can add it.
Okay, then they don't need it, but I was just curious. You want it this way, right, Leslie?
I would, yes,
Okay,
because we give them something to cover up the answer. But
okay.
can you go back to when we were in that, I guess key 7, where we had sort of set it up to print?
Here?
Yes. What does the print students exam look
That's
like?
without the answer.
Can we see what that looks like?
That was the original ones.
Okay, so that, That would be one way to do it. And then if we also had if we had a copy of the other one with answers, it would be the same, it's just that we would have the answers. So that would be a way to do that.
Yeah, this is the first one I made. I didn't know you wanted the answers
Yeah.
to show up.
Yeah,
So
I think that was my bad, because
that's okay.
now we have both.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want a separate answer key, I can just add that button, but
no, I think it's better that you can print out the question, the possible answers, and then the answer key on the same sheet. Because it helps you to help the student identify where you found it,
so here are both.
like that. Mhm.
And that's pretty much it. All I had to do is add the ones that were missing. And if you want a bulk test, instead of you adding one by one, just tell me the parameters. It says all 119, 111.19, and then I can just bulk load them. Now, when I do that, I will send you a database file, an access file. It doesn't merge with the one you currently have in your computer. So if you have made some tests, if you replace it, it's going to erase them. So
Unless you give it a new name.
yes, unless you give it a new name.
well, the thing is, every time that they give an exam, we'll have more questions that we need to create little reports.
But that's in the data bank, so what you'll
Right.
do is, I would suggest that all the questions or all the tests that you do for this particular time, start them out with 2017, test 1, 2017, test 2, 2017, test 3. Can you give it a name?
Well, we gave it CFR 111 on this
Okay.
one, so you can title it whatever you want.
Right.
But we can't add to it,
Well, you can.
but you could end up with different keys. So it would be like key 6, key 7, key 9, key 11, key 13.
What I'm going to do,
That's not a problem, is
Well,
that what it's
I
going
think
to
it
do?
gets damn messy that way.
yeah, what we can do, I have to think about it, is I am able to give you a button somewhere in a form that I can import just the questions, so you don't change what you had. I just have to program it that way. So that way,
Yeah, this should be a database that every time there's an exam, we add to it, without it being, Barb's exams, October 2015 exam,
well, that was
April
actually,
2006 exam.
the way the process I do it
Okay,
is I have an Excel sheet, right?
right,
And I cannot import them directly to the question bank.
okay.
So I had to make a table somewhere else, dump them in there, clean them up, and then I move them over.
Okay.
So what those you see there are the
Process keys.
yes,
We don't even need to go into those.
yeah, you don't need to go in those. Those are the I forgot to delete them,
Okay,
but those were my temporary tables.
so we're interested in question bank and question bank only.
And here you're interested in the test master. That's where you create your keys. In the forms, test master.
So question bank and test master.
Yeah. I mean, if you're curious, these ones, the test master questions, that's where you can, that's where the link is between the existing tables. So for instance, test 4 has these questions added. So basically this is a link table.
Oh, okay. This is the behind the scenes, I get it, yeah.
So test 6 has question 2309 and those whatever. And they need to exist there in order to,
But it doesn't really affect what you're doing. We're only gonna be working from queries, forms below, right?
well, if you wanna clean, you will use the question bank. table, or you can use the form if you want to go one by one. But you saw when I did the filter, I did it through the table question bank. That is the raw data. The tables have the raw data.
Can you show us that?
Yeah. So,
Let's try it with another, let's try it with anything that is section 152. Whether it's 19 CFR 152 or 19 space CFR space 152.
so I do the text filter,
Okay,
and I just click contains.
okay,
And you said 152, right?
yes, please.
And
Okay,
they are. So the 152, you have 216 questions.
yay. Okay, so let's create a practice exam with all of those in it.
Well, I have to add 216 questions one by one.
Okay,
All
let's see how you would start that.
right, so I am at the test master form,
Yeah,
and I go at the bottom, navigation, and I click on the last one that says new record. And then I will add what today's date or whatever the exam date is. And we call it, I'm gonna follow your advice, and that was 152, right?
Is that okay, Leslie, like
Yep.
that?
yep,
All right, so I'm not adding questions right away. I need
Correct.
to save this first. See that little pencil here?
yes,
That means I'm in edit mode.
okay,
So before I do anything, I gotta save this.
okay,
Now, that pencil went away. Now it says 404 in here.
okay,
So now, I have created a master test. Now I can add the questions to that master test. So I will have to go scroll down to the 152s. Oh, there's a lot.
yep, there are.
216, you said?
Yeah,
There you go.
so I will, you
Okay.
don't have to re-scroll.
It
just
goes
stay-
to where you last were? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so,
But you can't do a control and then highlight a whole bunch of them and translate them all.
no, access is a little bit more limited.
I'm gonna ask a stupid question. Would this have been better in Excel?
No, it's actually worse.
Okay.
And also, we're all of a sudden in GRI 3C, we went
No,
out.
he jumped around.
Yeah, I clicked wrong.
Oh, okay.
So.
So we want to get off,
So,
okay, so we want to get rid of 3073.
so I highlight that row,
37, okay,
delete,
all right. And the one above it?
1, 2, right? I think you can delete them, that one you can highlight, all 3.
Okay,
So the last one was 4262. And somehow I went up.
there you go. There.
Right there. Next one,
No,
one.
251, yeah, there you
There you
go.
go.
That one, right?
Mhm.
Try the control thing and see if you could just, oops, it's not going back to 152.
Yeah, that one for sure was in there. It was doing the previous one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now let me see. See why.
so try highlighting one and then skip down 2 and see if you can highlight it as well.
No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't, okay.
Yeah. So what we can do to make this easier, it's gonna take me a little bit, but what I can do is in here, where in your questions, I can add a filter here So in the drop down, only those show up, instead of showing up all 2,400 questions. That I can add.
Oh, and then you would just add each one and a new one will pop up each time?
Well,
Once you add one, then it goes to
It'll
the
go-
next one?
Or will it go right back to the list, but it'll go back to where you were in that list?
I have to test why it doesn't go back, because it was
Okay.
doing that and then it stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out, but
Okay,
what I can do is, you want just 152, I'll add that filter somewhere here. Add the filter, and so in this drop down, you only have the questions that have that 152, minus the ones you already added.
Could you do a button which would add all the questions, like everything, because in that secondary area, you have the source, you could filter, and it allows you to.
No, this one, that will be, it will add them all 2,400.
Yeah, but then you could source, so then you,
Yeah,
and
there's
you
like
can
the drop down
and you
there.
can select multiple in that section, so you could just leave the 152s and delete everything else.
Never tried it that way. So in here, so let's say I want to do,
Well, there's begin with, and how about why, yeah.
well, that's the thing, you can't use begin with because it might be in a different position. So it says filter, but how are you gonna delete the other ones?
We would, does it have does not contain, or,
Let's see. Does not contain, alright. So you will say doesn't contain 152.1.
and then you would, or 152, and then you would delete them all, and then unfilter it, and then it would leave you with just 152s.
Also go in and ask backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that makes sense, that makes total sense.
Actually, it works.
Huh?
Actually, yes, you can do that. You deleted them. So,
Because I just think that would be faster than adding it one by one, and then it would be cleaner too, so
Yeah,
you
you
wouldn't
wouldn't miss
you wouldn't
anything.
miss anything.
so you'd have the whole freaking,
so when
Test thing,
a
and
button
then you
says
delete
add all,
everything except,
The section that you want.
and then you delete the ones you don't want.
Right.
let's try it.
Alright, I'll add, that's easier.
Can we
Then-
try it
Can we just try it right now?
and see if it works?
It's gonna take me like 10 minutes.
No, I mean, just with what you have there,
Well, we just did that, we just tried it.
not with the whole bank of questions.
Oh, I know, because I don't have an add all button. I had to create one and program that one.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Because before we were working with the ones we added individually, yeah.
So, I can do that, it's just, unless you wanna wait, I can add it into the like 10 minutes. I have to add a button here and program it. Let's see.
I would say that could be something
Or you wanna,
when you have time. And in
Okay.
the meantime, in order to prep for a week from Saturday, I will go one at a time to get the report I need for 152.
alright,
I would say 152 and 111 probably have the most practice questions of,
if you want, I can add those, create a test like that without you adding one by one.
how?
So you could create the test then and send it over with the 152s, is what you're saying?
Yes.
The 111, all the 111s and all the 152s, he can make a test with that.
Yeah, I will
And
just,
send that to you as a completed test.
Two separate tests.
Yeah,
And then you would just delete.
We wouldn't have to do anything.
you wouldn't have to do anything, you wouldn't have
We
to
just
filter
print it
anything.
out.
Okay.
yeah. I can do that at home and just send you this when it's completed, and then I'll add,
Or can you just,
because you need them by Saturday, right?
A week from Saturday. Well, actually, no, Priscilla needs it by, say, Tuesday.
Because I need to add the other years.
Yeah, we need to do that first so we have everything in there.
Yeah, that's the one that takes the longest, because it's a manual process. So,
Okay, so you have 3 years' worth that you need to add, plus October of 2016, which I can send over tomorrow. I don't have it on my thumb drive.
okay, and then add an adult bond, and then you can exclude later what you don't want.
And then you'll create 2 reports for us, one for section 111 and one for section 152.
Yes,
And
after I
then-
added the questions.
Right, and then next time we teach, we'll have 2 more exams in and we'll need the same thing.
Yeah, you just keep sending them to me, I just
Okay.
add them.
Okay.
Now, once the exam, assuming I already did the exam,
Okay,
you will let me close all of this. So when you open the file I'll send you,
okay,
you just have to go to Test Master. And then with the bottom navigation, you will just find the one you're looking for. And then find the key. and then-
how do we know what we're looking for?
Well, see at the bottom, there's only
Yeah,
4
There's
exams.
4 tests in there now. So it would be anything over 4, it'll be 5, 6, or 7.
okay.
Well, I'll clean
So we
this
just
one.
run through it and, okay,
So I started, basically, let's say I started in 111. Then I'll add the 152.
Or would
So,
it be
we
better to
want 2
go,
separate reports.
yeah, it'll be 2
Yeah.
separate.
Okay.
So,
or would it be better to clean out everything that's in there? Clean out the keys, clean out the reports, so that the key matches the number of the report? That would be
I
much
think that
easier.
the keys are auto-generated.
yeah, that, if I delete it and start with, it will start at 8. That's,
What I
I think
was,
as long as the title says what it is.
yeah, the title will have this section here.
If you,
but how about the key? You won't, how will you know which key
you have
it
to run
is?
through them all.
Oh, there's, you have to select it from
We can
here.
make an index.
Yeah, but you, how would you know that key number 7 is the answer to that?
Yeah, when we
Oh,
have,
because
when
if
we
you're in
have
another
37
exam,
keys,
if you're in another exam,
That'd give you a different key.
yeah.
Got it. Okay, I got it. I just thought it would be cleaner and easier if the key and the test matched each other going forward.
when you're up in the title and you're going to, can you add anything to that title right now?
Yeah, you can take whatever you want.
Okay, try this. Do Alt 0167. No.
Oh.
Hold the Alt key and 0167.
That's a degree.
No, I gave you the wrong number then.
What are you trying to do?
It gives you the section symbol.
What is the section symbol?
2 S's superimposed on each other. I thought it was, 0167, did I say that?
167 is the same. Because it's
Oh.
only to 55.
Huh,
So. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know which one it will be.
Yeah, there's a zillion
There,
possibilities.
200.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Um,
But it would be good to have it.
it's
Where,
the-
is there anywhere there's a list you can just go in and look
Yeah,
at
that's
it?
where I got it, from a list.
Well, after 128, they're different. I mean, I usually go to here. But I noticed that after 128, they don't quite match.
I don't see it at all.
There it is,
What number?
This one?
167.
See, but when I type that one, it's different. So it depends on the keyboard.
Yeah,
So you told me the right one.
except when I do it, it starts with the 00167.
Well, even if I do 0, that means it's Unicode. Oh, so it is Unicode.
So that saves you from writing the word section for section 111.
It looks more official too. Like we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Little do they know.
So this one, it should say, like that,
Yeah.
Sweet.
and this one.
You have to save that.
Let's save that automatically. So I don't have the word section, so it will be just a year, right? But you want it like that.
Yeah.
I don't even think you need the dash. The fewer keystrokes, the better.
I think it makes more sense with a dash.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So I got some homework to do.
Okay.
But regardless, you will just come to the test master and print them here.
And you will send us this when you're done?
Yes, I need to add those 3 years.
Okay.
So I'll try to finish them. That's the one that takes the most time. Copy
Just
paste.
adding the, yeah,
Because you give them in a PDF,
yeah.
so I have to put them in a notepad, clean them up, and then put them in Excel. Clean them up a little bit more, and then dump them into a temp table in Access, and then put them in a fish.
Something that had occurred to me is that we could have put the question and all the answers in one block, because none of that is changing. And then the separate blocks have the question number, the exam date, the correct answer, and where it came from. So in
No, I
terms,
still have to separate them. Or you're saying
yeah, just for the,
it wouldn't make excuse me, it wouldn't make
it's
a
not that big a
difference
difference.
because I already have. So what I did, I create a column or
For
A B
each.
C D,
Yeah,
and then if you wanted to do one, I will have to.
just put it all in the one column.
Well, I have to change.
No, I just meant I had thought about that
Oh,
later. It might have been easier for us.
actually,
Not really? Okay.
no, this way is fine. All right. So you have any questions?
I think I need to practice with it.
All right.
And I'll practice with the old one that you sent me. You sent me
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, you've got a file, this
Yeah.
partial file, yeah.
Yeah, I have a partial file. Did you get the partial file too?
That's one you just copied.
Oh, okay.
It's this one.
Yeah. So what can we look at for the adding in the other years, and when do you think you'll have that?
Well, have my assistant, my cousin is my assistant, does all this for me, all the
Okay.
custom stuff. Adam, over the weekend,
Okay.
and then in the meantime, I'll program the other stuff.
Okay,
And then what basically I need is get it in the form Barb had him in an Excel sheet. And so it has to, just like 4 steps to get him into this. But if you need it by Tuesday, I will do my best to do it by Tuesday.
Cool.
Have it all.
Cool, cool. Thank you.
that'd be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Because then we send it, we give it to Priscilla to print for the students. We send it to the students, and we pick out which questions we're going to test on in class. And those are going to be our first 2 classes that we teach.
Okay. We'll get it.
Cool. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Is this helpful? You feeling more confident now?
I am.
Okay.
I just couldn't figure out why I couldn't make a test.